So the way you as a professional spend most of your time is probably some combination of docs, spreadsheets, emails, and meetings. And so in this video, I want to show you exactly how to automate a large part, if not nearly all of that kind of work with AI through the recent Genspark 4.0 launch. Genspark has always been a really good platform for white collar work. And with the 4.0 launch, we get a bunch of agents and a lot of improvements that focus specifically on sheets, docs, emails, meetings, and other things that we're going to get into. And so if you want to be more productive with AI, or you're not doing a lot of this work with AI, I promise you it's the lowest hanging fruit, the highest yield thing across nearly every genre of white collar work. And we're going to get into it all step by step. And the reason white collar work presents such a awesome set of use cases for AI is that oftentimes the information is already there, or the information itself is not that difficult per se. It just needs to be reorganized or described in a different way or pulled from somewhere. Some examples of that would be generating sales decks based on proposals that already exist, or working through all the endless formulas in Excel, or doing research on the market size of a given industry, right? Whatever that kind of work in, that is the perfect set of use cases for AI. And if you've never heard of Genspark, it's the first AI agent unicorn out of Silicon Valley. You may have seen their ads at the Super Bowl, and we've been following them for a while, and they just crossed $250 million in ARR, which is awesome to see. So now we're going to get into the video and the workflows. If you want to learn and try out these workflows while you're watching this, so just learning better from the video, you can do that and support the channel by clicking the link in the description or on the screen, and you do get a get started bonus for doing that. If you don't want to, no worries as well. And that in mind, let's jump into my computer. Okay, so here we are inside the Genspark web dashboard at the URL genspark.ai. It is a pretty intuitive dashboard. You can talk to the general agent here. It can reference all the individual skills or capabilities. And then if we want to access the autonomous OpenClaw-like agent, we can do so in this portal. We'll talk about that later. And then also if we want to set up automations or workflows, we can do so in this tab. So these are things that are run every day or on some kind of scheduled cadence automatically on your behalf. And then if we want to add team members to the account, say for your business, you can do so right here. And in terms of our focus for this video, I want to start with AI Sheets. So we can see that icon right here. Let's press on that. And immediately we can see part of the utility of this, right? We have a native Excel portal within the agent. And so this is what the agent can actually control and interact with. It's not writing code to edit a spreadsheet. It actually controls the keyboard. It controls the sheet itself. And then we can also edit or add to that sheet if we would like to. And of course, we can also export to Excel. And in terms of what you can do with this, basically any and all spreadsheet style work that you do within a spreadsheet itself can be completely automated. And by that, I mean, if you wanted to, say, do data entry where you're pulling from your email or an email that was sent to you, and you're adding some numbers from that into the sheet, that's a different workflow. That's still possible, but it's a different workflow. But if you're doing something like filling out a financial model using data already in a spreadsheet, or you're doing data cleaning, any of that work you can do with this. And let's walk through how exactly to do that. So I have an example spreadsheet here where I have stock performance of certain companies. I have monthly active user growth, basically just a bunch of data about Twitter before its acquisition. And what I want to do is I want to give it this prompt. So I want to say, analyze this data like a financial analyst, flag any anomalies, and then summarize your key findings in 5 bullet points. So instead of me having to go manually look through all of that data and pull out the interesting or the important things to note, I'm just going to do it like this. Now we gave it the prompt, then I'm going to click browse local files, and then I've uploaded this sheet as well. Now, if you do want to, going back to that email example, use some kind of other app to also help the agent answer or work in your sheet, and you can do that by clicking on connectors right here. And then again, I could install Gmail, Drive, Notion, literally anywhere you do your existing work. In this case, we don't need to do that. You can also turn on ultra mode. We are going to do that so we get the best results. And now let's click go. So it's working on the sheet right now. While it's doing so, I want to mention one other really fun use case, which exemplifies the fact that the AI is agnostic to the cleanliness, so to speak, of the data. And I think that presents some really interesting use cases. And one of those for YouTube is just downloading all of your analytics lifetime from your YouTube channel or any social media profile, or it could be a CRM, right? Whatever data source your business relies on, and then plug all of that into the agent and just say, hey, what trends do you notice? What, in the case of YouTube, titles are doing better? What descriptions, what video length? Just plug everything into it and let it look for the patterns. And oftentimes you'll find some really interesting things if you just spend the 5 minutes to go download the data from YouTube or the source database and then go do that with a system like this. Okay, here's the result. Let's go ahead and click on full screen. And so we can see key findings right here. So it compressed all of the spreadsheet, all those different tables into everything that we need to know. So we have anomaly flags for inflection points, growth deaccelerating, and then the revenue mix as well. And these are not static numbers. These are actually referencing the cells they came from. And then we can also see that data in these charts right here. So this is a very quick example of what Sheets and AI in Sheets can do. Again, I promise you, if you don't use AI for your spreadsheet work, just try it, and I promise it will make your life so much easier. Let's click exit full screen. We'll export this, and that is our final product. And now let's get into our second modality. So we covered slides. That's probably the top modality for white collar professionals. And maybe the second most common is slideshows. So your decks, your presentations, your PowerPoint, your Google Slides. And that's whether you're pitching prospective clients or team members or your boss or investors, you need slides. But you can also do it with AI end to end, and let's jump into that now. So just next to AI Sheets here, we're gonna click on AI Slides. And there are two different modes here. The professional mode that we can see in this little tab, that's focused on decks that are data heavy. So if you are coming up with a business proposal for your team and you want a lot of research, a lot of data there, that's when you're going to use professional. And then on the creative side, that's for very visually heavy decks or slideshows that you want. You can see examples of that right here. So let's start on the professional side of things. I'm going to give it this prompt: create a 15-slide investor pitch deck for a SaaS startup. And then I've mentioned some of the slides I want it to include, and that intrinsically assumes knowledge about things like the market size, competitive landscape, etc. So the agent will have to go research all of that, pull the data together, pull the visuals together, and then go assemble it into the slideshow. Let's let that start. And then let's start another presentation in creative mode. I'll also turn on guide mode for this one, which will ask us more questions to help calibrate the response. And I'll give it this prompt. So create a visual storytelling deck about the future of remote work. So very visual heavy TED Talk. Let's turn on Ultra for this one and we'll let it go. Okay, so we can see it's starting to think about what it wants to clarify. And then here's where it's going to ask us those questions per guide mode. So let's go for visionary futurist for the narrative, voice, and audience. I'll click submit. And now it's asking us about emotional intent. Let's go balanced here. And then we'll go live stage or keynote to keep it text light. And then I like this framing it offers. So the office didn't close. It was a relic we finally stopped pretending to need. So we're going to stick with that and then ask it to proceed to structure. Lots of questions because of guide mode. Now keep in mind, if you didn't go with guide mode, this would all be done fully automatically. But here we can see a breakdown specifically of each slide. Let's say we're good with this and we'll let it finish out the work. Okay, so it's just finishing up the deck. We can see what this looks like. I personally don't love the visual style here. So what I'll do after this is just say, hey, go ahead and change it. Use these colors, use this kind of design. But the information here, the data is awesome. So this is essentially a pitch for helping businesses automate. We can see SMBs run on manual fragmented work and how they do so. We can see information about the market, the solution the business provides, trigger to outcome, and the layout of the graphs on here, I think, is awesome. And so this is the kind of depth of information that we can get with AI slides on professional mode. Now let's get back. So here is the result. So the office didn't close. It was a relic we finally stopped pretending to need, and we can see all of these visuals. This is a very hyper-realistic style. I love this personally. Copy is on point as well. And this is all exactly in the style that we asked for. If you want something different, just talk to the agent and it will make those changes for you. And there we go. That is AI slides. Okay, then for our third core white collar suite of tools, we've covered sheets and slides. Next, let's get into docs. This is what it sounds like. Basically, any kind of document that you would use in Google Docs or Word, you can get AI to write or create or edit. And I think this is most useful in my experience for the interoperability of information, right? Like let's say you got a meeting or you have meeting notes and you want to turn those meeting notes into a document to send to your team. Previously, that would be 20 minutes of doing it manually. Now I would just take that list of notes, I would paste it into here and then say, turn this into a structured plan to email to my team. This one is pretty intuitive, and most of you are probably familiar with something like ChatGPT or Claude to just create text. So this is basically a way of doing that with better visual design for all of these documents. And for two demos here, first, let's say create a invoice for the client. Consultant is, let's say, me. So we're just going to describe the invoice we want and let it create it. And then for our second demo, also in Docs, we'll create a one-page executive summary for the previous business that we created some content for. And what's cool as well, or I personally like about this platform, is while it goes ahead and creates it, and then even after, this is an editable document. So we can stay inside the agent, we can work with it, right? We can simultaneously work on it while the agent can go ahead and make improvements or suggest ideas. Okay, here's a service invoice for $4,000 with all our information. And here is the one-pager summary as well. So that right there is the core white collar suite. We've got your docs, your sheets, and your slides. And that is the lowest hanging fruit, just taking the work you already do and automating a large portion of it with these agents. But we can also go a little bit farther beyond that. And so I want to wrap this up with AI image, video, and music. And we can walk through a very common flow in the corporate world, which is taking an idea and then turning it into a set of visuals for deployment or support of a slideshow, a sheet, or a document. So let's jump into AI image here. And then I'm going to say this: create a futuristic wide shot of a city at sunset. Let's let this go. So I have this image, and if you do want, hyper realistic as well, you can certainly do that. The way this agent works is with the Frontier, the leading image model, so Nano Banana. But I'm going to download this. We're going to jump out of here into AI video, and now I've uploaded this image, and I'm going to say animate that scene. So if you want to, for example, turn a product image or a mock-up into a video for a demo, this is how you do it. Let's go ahead and let that run. Okay, this video is done. We can see it's based off the same image. Let's give it a watch. So this is very hyper realistic, lots of details, exactly what we wanted for this style. And then now we can jump into the music side of it. So let's say in this same conversation, create a cinematic ambient track for this city scene. We'll let that run. Okay, let's click view results and we'll give it a listen. So that right there is exactly what we asked for. And that's our AI image to video to music flow. You can use them all independently or together like we did here. Okay, so we've covered a lot there, but this next one might be my personal favorite and I think is maybe the most useful for professionals like yourself. And for that, we're gonna click on more and go to inbox. And this is basically AI for email. It integrates the agent into your email. And you can imagine all the different ways in which that is going to save you time and make you more productive. You can do things like set up daily tasks. You can ask for daily summaries of emails you've received. And same deal there. You can start to see how all these different agents working in these different systems start to work together at once, because the platform itself becomes kind of a node that touches all the different components of your professional life, which reinforces itself and it makes itself smarter and better able to respond to you over time. Okay, now I want to give a quick shout out to the AI developer. I don't want to focus on that as much in this video because for those of you who are not developers, this is not going to be as regular a touch point in your day-to-day life. It may be something new that you start doing. Maybe you'll start developing or vibe coding, but it's not as relevant to your day-to-day work. Now, finally, there are some other pretty cool features in here. That is pretty much all of what I wanted to cover, but I want to do a super quick run through of some other features that may be a fit for you depending on the kind of work you do. Call for Me is one of those. It's an AI that can go and make calls on your behalf. Clip Genius, if you work in the creator space or content, is awesome. And then meeting notes, depending on the type of meetings that you take, is also great. And then finally, to wrap this up, the big feature that we're going to do a deep dive on in a full other video is Genspark Claw. There's a lot to explore there, and we're going to dive into it in that dedicated video. And there you go. That's your rundown on AI for professionals. And so what I really recommend, if any of that was new to you or you haven't seen it before, are. Just take the work you already do and spend 6 hours trying to let AI or experimenting and seeing if AI can do it for you. I will bet that it can. And then once it can, you just wake up the next week or the next day and you have that much less work to do, right? You have 10%, 20%, 80%, whatever it is of your work just automatically done for you. And that's time that you just get back to go and do other things that you want to work on. It genuinely is an awesome experience. Beyond just the, finances and the productivity gains, it just feels good to wake up and it's like, I don't have to do that anymore. This thing can do it for me. I get to go do more of the higher leverage things that I want to do. So that in mind, again, if you want to support the channel and you want to just try Genspark, just give it a test drive. They're offering a get started bonus for new users where you can try premium features, some of which we looked at here for free, and you can get extra credits. So there's a reason they hit a $250 million monstrous ARR. They're one of the fastest growing companies in the world, and so I think you'll like them. And that in mind, you can visit the link on the screen or in the description to get yourself that get started offer. And I appreciate y'all being here. I will see you in the next one, and I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. Cheers.